that insight, those guests, those tips from the natural health coach, those status updates from my face that John's going to be bringing to us later. You can not only share the audio, but you can also share the video. Now, if you're a regular AM 950 listener, that's going to become a feature more broadly on the station. Am I right, young Will?
Yeah, Doug.
It's hard for you to take me seriously with the sunglasses on, isn't
yeah, they're
it?
terrible.
Are they terrible looking? Well, hey, we do refer to this show as
shot down by the master hipster.
I got to tell you, Will, I think you're in a dark place today. Will is.
He has been complaining and moaning the whole morning.
Well, I don't know if he's in a bad place. He's up in my business. He's up in my craw today.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that.
Come in with all these demands, interrupting me during a show. Stuff to do, Doug.
That's true. I did give you a whole list of things to get ready for the show because we take our music seriously around here.
Oh yes.
The bumper music,
especially
going
the
in,
John
going
music.
Out. We take that very seriously, and what that has caused over the 2 years of the radio program here on AM 950, the Progressive Voice of Minnesota, is the sense that I've used up too much hard drive space in the computer. So. Send a message to young Will if you want to keep the music flowing, or we'll just play the same songs over and over and over.
Free up some KBs, Will. Come on now.
That's what we have to do. But we do refer to this as religious radio that's not quite right. And at the start of the new year, we like to remind people what we're doing here on the radio program. We're trying to engage in a conversation about religion, about life from a religious perspective.
Yes.
That is positive, that is contrarian sometimes, that is hopeful and helpful. That's what we try to do around here, and we have had different time slots here on the radio station, and now we're in the afternoon, so we refer to this as our little afternoon delight. This is our little treat to people in the afternoon, and so as you settle in on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and you no longer have to be tortured by the professional sports teams, you can just ease your way into an easygoing Sunday afternoon. And if the children are around, I wouldn't explain the lyrics to this song to them because it could make them feel uncomfortable. But it is a delightful tune, and that's what we're trying to bring is a little religious radio that's not quite right on the. I can't think straight with the song playing in my ears. Does
it take you to a special place?
Hey, we've tried to come up with a name for our listeners here because the pet appreciators from the Pet Playground, they get to refer to their listeners as co-pet appreciators.
And they smoke us every week with that. Yeah. They rub it in our faces.
This morning I came in and they said, I said, hello, pet appreciators. And they said, oh, hello. Have you come up with a name for your listeners?
Yeah. Got nothing.
Nothing. Suckas was the closest I was going to come with. Listen up, suckers. Listen up, peeps. So we still don't have one. If you'd like to make a suggestion about how we should refer to you, please do that over at the Doug Pagitt Radio page on Facebook or at DougPagittRadio.com. All right, so meet our co-host, our sidekick. I've given in to your demands.
Yes.
For a 2012 upgrade in your job title.
Well, thank you, Doug.
Now, not only producer who schedules the guests,
yes,
but co-host. Co-host.
Love it.
So, John Musick, our co-host.
Power that's surging through me right now.
I'm Doug Pagitt, the host. So we'll still keep that.
Oh.
Still keep that.
Oh, so that's how you trumped me.
It dawned on me. I can make you the co-host.
Yeah.
As long as I'm just the host.
Sure.
All right. So John Musick, how was your week?
Well, Regis, I had a great week.
Regis, is that a sunglasses comment?
No, it's not. Oh. Regis Philbin was the host, and Kelly Ripa was the co-host of.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Then I appreciate the compliment.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your week?
My week was great. It was kind of mellow. Started off the new year. Maybe I didn't want to quite claim being in a funk, but I had some work that I had to do that required lots of concentration. So that really kind of sucked all the fun out of my week. I had to look for some work.
Yeah, you mean trying to find a job?
Yes.
Sort of took all the fun out of it.
It did. Oh, it's horrible.
It can tend to do that. Wait till you actually have a job. Wait till you actually have one. It just gets in the way of all the stuff you really.
Really?
Well, unless you get the right kind of job.
Is that what's waiting for me?
That's what's out in front of you. But your juicing fast has gone well. You have lost a lot of weight, and you've been exercising regularly. How is that going in the first 8 days of 2012?
Oh yeah, I feel physically I feel really good. The juicing thing has really kind of messed with my relationship with food quite a bit. In the sense that I'm feeling full when I eat, and I'm stopping to eat. I'm stopping eating, and that. So yeah, they're feeling great.
Will, how was your week for the first week of 2012? I know the first couple of days are probably a bit of a blur, but after that, how's it been?
It's been great. It's been a lot of fun, Doug. Up until you guys came in today.
What?
It's been really good.
Security.
No, all of a sudden, Dark Will has come out. Well, now there is something exciting going on 6 days from now. The Blue State Bash. Do you want to make mention of that? Because for a lot of people, the Blue State Ball, because the Blue State Ball could be for many people their a highlight of their plans for early 2012. I mean, I'm sure there's people who are looking forward to it. Why don't you tell us a bit about that activity?
Well, Ed Schultz is coming. He's going to be speaking. Bill Press, Norman Goldman, one of our weekly show hosts. The governor, Mark Dayton, will be there.
Oh, yeah.
Congressman Keith Ellison.
Wow.
A few more large Minnesota politicians are tentatively scheduled, but we can't confirm them yet.
And that would be politicians over 280 pounds?
Right. It's the size comment. Well, and that is hosted by AM 950, the Progressive Voice of Minnesota. It's sort of the annual get-together, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a big deal. Do you know all the details? Do you have them on your at your fingertips or on the front of your brain?
Absolutely. Tickets are $25 general admission, $75 for the VIP. And the VIP gets you open bar for an hour. You get a meet and greet with all our special guests. Also, John Fugelsang, a stand-up comic extraordinaire, will be there. And then the show starts, and we'll have live music, and we'll have all the mentioned guests will be speaking.
Oh boy.
Matt McNeil, Nancy Nelson.
Short speeches. I'm hoping that was a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, because the event's only a couple hours long, right? Yeah. I mean, it's a party. I mean, there's dancing. At least I was there previous years. There was dancing and frolicking.
Dancing. We got a live band.
Yeah, live band. I mean, there's refreshments and cocktails and
snacks, appetizers, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that kind of thing. And where does this happen for your $25 fee or your $75 if you want to?
The downtown Minneapolis Hilton.
Yeah, so downtown. So if somebody who listens to the station is thinking to themselves, let's head downtown this is next Saturday. Am I right about that?
Yep.
Next Saturday. See, I have to miss it. I'm going to be in the Big Apple.
We'll miss you.
I'm going to be in New York. But for people who don't have a big exciting trip to New York, they could head down to downtown Minneapolis and have a great time. It could be a date night.
You can get parking at the Hilton for only $5, and it's underground and it's heated, so you don't have to worry about parking somewhere downtown.
Look at that. So you can park. I mean, what more could you ask for from a radio station?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Show up and buy tickets too.
And now, can they buy tickets right there, Will, or should they schedule this ahead of time? Should they log in somewhere? Should they call someplace? Should they go online and try to reserve these tickets?
All of those things are possible. You can go right to our website and buy tickets, or you can just show up and pay for tickets.
AM 950.
Yep. AM950radio.com.
And head over there, or if you're on Facebook, I'm sure the link is on the Facebook page.
Yes, sir. There's an event. There's an event page.
A whole event. You can find out who else is going. Hundreds of people, I might say. I mean, it's a big party. So if you felt like I got a little taste of that at Christmas and New Year's, and now here in the middle of January I'm feeling the lull. The Blue State Ball. It's going to be a blast. You should join in all the fun. Hey, here on this radio program.
And there's a reason why they never have me say that line.
Which line? I'm a professional.
Might
I'm just reading the
on
script. Hey, on this radio program, we are going to hear the sweet advice of our junk food junkie, natural health coach Shelley Pagitt. She's going to be on here in a little bit.
Is she coming in the studio?
And she's not. She's phoning it in.
Okay, great.
She's phoning it in today. And John Music is a Facebook professional. He's a trainer. He works for a social media company.
Sometimes.
And he is going to give us the tips on Facebook status updates. Now, here's some of you are already familiar with Facebook. You understand it. You know how it works. But I know there are listeners to the show because I talk to them. they say, I'm on Facebook, but I never do a status update because I just don't know what I would do. I don't have anything to say. We're going to get some tips.
Yeah, I'm going to prove that you don't need to have anything substantial to say
from John and his highlight of the last month's status update. So it's going to be fun, and I think you should stick around for it. And then, of course, the cripes. Come on, you got to be kidding me. And then we're going to talk about religion and politics in the second hour, and of course, the Right On.
Hey, Doug, are you familiar with a man named Hunter S. Thompson?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want you to stare right into the camera. Okay. And if you're obviously this is radio, but if you're watching via Ustream or the radio,
over at DougBadgerRadio.com or Facebook.com/DougBadgerRadio.
There are pictures side by side. And now put this pin in your hand and put it in your mouth. The other hand. Yes.
Like this.
On the other side of the mouth, like
this.
You're smoking a cigarette.
Uncanny.
Okay.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got screen capture that?
Yep. I don't know how to do that.
We say this is Bat Country.
All right, hey, stick with us here, folks. We're having fun. We're having fun on the radio. We're having fun online, and it's going to be a worthwhile conversation. Natural health coach Shelley Pagitt. I think she's talking about restless leg syndrome.
Oh, really?
I bet Will has that. That's why he was so irritable this morning. Hey, stick with us here. Shelley Pagitt back on Doug Pagitt Radio on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, and DougPagittRadio.com.
If the government has charged you or a loved one with a crime, DWI, domestic assault, drugs, or even murder, you need somebody who will fight just as hard to defend you. I will. My name is Jack Rice, and I am a criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, and former federal agent. I'm not intimidated, and you shouldn't be either. Call me for a free consultation at 612-227-1339. That's 612-227-1339. Or email me at jack@jackrice.org.
The Dakota Way is to plan for the seventh generation to make sure that resources will be available in the future for 7 generations to come. Conserving and protecting the earth today ensures that there will be food, trees, marshes, traditional medicines, and open spaces for future generations to live and thrive. The Shakopee Minnewacan Sioux community has emerged as a leader in water, energy, and land conservation. At the SMSC, energy conservation begins with solar panels generating heat, Coda Energy and the wind turbine generating electricity, and converting recycled waste vegetable oil to biodiesel to power community-owned buses. Prairie restoration and prescribed burns are contributing to land conservation, as is our new organic recycling facility, which will be composting commercial food waste from entities like Prior Lake, Savage Schools, and local governments. Finally, protecting water supplies begins with the Water Reclamation Facility.